Good evening. Welcome back. Here we are at Scratching the Surface again. I'm Bri, your buddy. We're trying to get our videos to be more manageable in size. So today we're doing something that's really simple. I like to think. Maybe it's not. But hopefully one day it could be simple for you if it isn't as of yet. And that's making a little homemade macaroni and cheese. And instead of having you watch me dice an onion again, I've taken the opportunity today to just mince up some onions here ahead of time. And again, we're sauteing those down in some butter to make a roux. We're going to try to do it a little better than we did visually yesterday to show you actually how to make like a basic kind of white sauce cheese sauce. So we've gotten the onions down to where we want them. I'm going to take some flour again. We're going for a 1/4 cup to begin with. I'm going to mix that around in our pot to get absorbed by all the butter. So this usually make a paste. We're looking good right now. And what we did before we started cutting the onions was put on the water for the macaroni. One of those fun things about trying to cook at home and cook well and make it fun is to do a couple things at once so that your time speeds up. So our water's already boiling. We've got some macaroni here that's going to apparently take 5 minutes to cook once you throw it in the water. So just like that, we've got our macaroni in our pot. We're going to stir that around right away. We're going to turn it down just a little bit, just enough so that it doesn't stick to the bottom or anything like that while we're not watching it, while we're working on our roux. So we'll have that there. Macaroni doing macaroni things. And then we've got some water here in the kettle. We're going to add that right into our base of our roux. And this we're going to again cook out. And what you want to do is have a uniform consistency. And give it some salt and pepper. Again, like always, you can always add more seasoning as you want when you do it at the end to finish. And so this roux, which is going to be more of a sauce than thrown in that vegetarian ground round like we did the other occasion, to make our gravy for our shepherd's pie, which worked out all right. So what this usually will do, your roux, as it cooks up, is going to thicken up and come together like a ball almost. And each time it thickens up to that paste, you're going to add, I don't know, maybe a 1/2 cup of water each time. You're going to bring that up to a boil again each time, just so that you do it incrementally and it has time for the roux to come together rather than trying to do it all at once. This way you have another measure of control of what you're doing. That's the other thing we like to work on here at Scratching the Surface, is having you understand and control what you can control by doing things slowly, incrementally, and at your own. Because, like, I mean, times like these that we're living in, being able to remember that you can control what you can control and what you can't control, not to try to get too worked up about, is good for the mental health, we like to think. Of course, before we start all this up, we washed up our hands. We're working on our roux. We're going to turn this up a little bit because we're watching it. So it's only at a 2 or 3 right now. So it's still a fairly low heat. And you don't have to necessarily whisk this constantly, but we like to keep an eye on it. And then there's the cheese. We got just got some medium cheddar here. We're going to take 1/2 of this 400-gram package. So I guess that's not quite 1/2 pound. And just grate that up ahead of time while we're letting our our roux do its thing. We'll do a bit of that, and give it a break. Restart our street songs from Rick James. You'll see now again here our roux is boiling. We work that out again. We're gonna add some water again, and this will do it to be our cheese sauce for our macaroni and cheese. And this one's gonna have very little in between time from start to finish. We'll certainly attempt to squeeze in a little bit of time with Hermione, because things Kitty Can't Catch is kind of a fun part of our day here at old 25 Harris Drive. And certainly if you're actually bothering to watch these videos online or all the way through, or there's something you have an interest in us attempting to prepare, we'll certainly give it a shot. We're definitely doing some of these meal things, but we're going to do some baking. Maybe we'll just have a couple 1 or 2 minuters that is just making up those, salad dressings or something like that, or say, hey, here's a quick way to make up a little sandwich or salad or wrap, or just using stuff around the house with your leftovers. Good friend of mine and I, we used to want to come up with a cookbook all about using up those leftovers, and that's one of those things we encourage you to do, that we don't waste anything. So we've got our mound of cheese here. Our sauce is coming together. We're just going to bring it up to boil it so that it thickens a little more. And then after that, we will add the cheese and throw it all together. So how about, I'll work on this, and maybe you check out a little bit of things Kitty Can't Catch.
Things Kitty Can't Catch.
Dun, 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 dun. Today we have a hacky sack. Hermione, kitty. Oh, she's sniffing it. Hermione, kitty. Oh, she tried one more time. Hermione, kitty. Oh.
Ooh. Ooh.
Kitty.
Give her a little pom-pom.
Here's a pom-pom. The pom-pom.
This one, she's pretty, no, Oh, that totally counts. Oh, that's close. That's much closer to me.
Can you get it? Oh, and she gave it a couple swipes. There you go. Today's edition, Kitty Can't Catch a hacky sack, but she can catch. Oh, the pup. Now, back to the food. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that fine feature of things Kitty Can't Catch. We've come up to our time for our macaroni noodles, so we're going to drain those in the sink here into a little colander. Do it right down. If you do have anything stuck on the bottom, just give it a little extra water and a scrape. We had it all together here, but a couple little characters stuck around for a visit. So we got that done. Yeah. We'll give that a pop. We're gonna give it a little quick rinse, just to keep it from sticking together. Back over here, our roux is boiling away, as you can see there. Now I've turned that completely off. It's off now, and so we're just going to add our cheese, and the heat of this roux and the sauce base is going to melt that down. Now, of course, you don't have to use exclusively cheddar. You can throw in some mozzarella, you can throw in brie, you can throw in parmesan, you can throw in pretty much anything that'll melt. And you'll see just as we stirred that in, our white sauce became our orange sauce. So we'll mix that up like that. And once that's all done, which it's been, give it a shake. Find our macaroni and cheese coming across. Slide that right into our sauce. And again, if there is something you like to add into this, if you wanted to put any sort of cooked vegetables that you've done separately to make it a little hearty or make it your kind of tasting, then go right ahead. So there we have it. This is our homemade macaroni and cheese. If you want, you can throw it in a casserole, grate some more cheese, and put it on top and bake it at about 350 till it browns. That might take you 15-20 minutes, and then you're all set. Our house, we enjoy just eating it straight out of the pot. Have some vegetables or salad on the side, maybe a little squirt of ketchup, and you're in business. So until tomorrow or the next time we bake or whenever, this has been Bri for Scratching the Surface. Have a good night.